Hey guys, it's Kristen, and I wanted to film my FantasyAthon Wrap Up. I have the baby right here. I don't know if she's going to cooperate. She was dozing. We'll see how it is. We just picked up some lunch at Chick-fil-A. I got to pick up the big kids from Grandma's in a few minutes. So I wanted to get this done real quick. So, the first book I read, which you at this point have seen my FantasyAthon reading vlog, so it's on there, but the first book I read was The Throne of Glass novella bind-up, Assassin's Blade. I read 160 pages of that. Then I read Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire. I loved both of those books. I think I gave both of them 5 out of 5, I think. This is 170 pages, so we're at 330 pages. Then we Set the Dark on Fire. It was, why didn't I remembered to do this part ahead of time. I think it is 364 pages, so we are at 694. I liked that book a lot too. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was fun to read. I would definitely read if there were more in a series. It was, one of those books where you're like, oh, so glad I don't live in this place, but it's interesting to read about. Then I was only supposed to read a little bit of the next book because I'm trying to keep up with my kids in my co-op reading club. But boom, I finished City of Ember because after I got like 100 pages into it, there was no stopping. Like, I couldn't stop. And I had the kids stopping with like 80 pages left, and when I got to class, I was like, how in the world did you stop? And a few of them said I didn't. I read the whole thing. And the other ones were like, I had, they had stuff going on, so they didn't read it all. But this book was really, really, really good. City of Ember by Jean Dupree. And I definitely went out and bought the next book that day. And I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to very soon. And it is super good. A middle grade dystopian type novel, and I really enjoyed it. This book, my phone is slipping. This book was 270, so we're at 960. Then I squeezed in, I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but luckily it was really interesting and held my attention, was Nightfall by Jake Halpern and Peter Kujawski. There you go, you can look at that. And this book is another like dystopian. It says, after 14 years of day comes 14 years of night. Don't get left behind. And it's about this island that these people live in for 14 years while it's daytime, but when it's night they have to leave and go live somewhere else. And they don't really know why, or if they do know why, they're not telling. And there's some kids that we follow that are 14 each. All 3 of them are 14. They were born in the day. They don't have any other knowledge of anything else, and they're preparing to leave for nightfall. It was really good. There's a companion novel called Edgeland, and I will be reading that as well. This book was, let's see, there's some songs at the end, so it's really hard to get to the end. Boom, it was 3:46, so we were at 964 plus, I don't know, we're closing in on 1,300 pages in 10 days. I'm super proud. I think I call it a win. I didn't get to 2 of my books. I didn't get to Once Upon a River, which was my pick up a book I had put down, and I didn't get to finish Tower of Dawn. I did read some of Tower of Dawn. I'm not going to even count the pages. I think I only read like 30. But it was super good. I enjoyed it. I think Athons help me get more reading done than I would get done normally because I have like a goal I'm working towards. So thanks to Pages and Pen, Book Pusher, and Allie Corver Books for putting on FantasyAthon, and I will see y'all guys soon.